Hello. Welcome back. We're going to go over some production secrets today. Just kidding. There's no secrets. But there is maybe some helpful tips. Thanks for the subscription. I see you changed your name.
Oh, in 2 months? That's good.
I'm going to make some coffee. I think it's a good way to start. I don't know why. I think this is about the last time I can make coffee. Oh, I set up 2 mics too. I don't know if it's better, but I just thought it was hilarious. This coffee's from Kenya. Yeah. I'll close it. You couldn't hear Tess singing on the first record. Like the really early one with the boat on it. And that's true, yeah, she does sing. She sings on Beautiful World. This is how I start every morning. I was thinking about Reverb today. I don't think the project file even exists anymore. I think it's completely dead. Why do I do this? Why don't I just get, you know, one of the ones you plug in and press the button? Someone told me this was cool, so... I love doing this at 7 in the morning. I can make it more aggressive. I do a lot in the morning. She sleeps in an hour and nothing wakes her up somehow. Today we'll sample this grinder, but I don't want to grind more beans than I have to, so maybe now is a good time to sample it. Hello. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, we're out of beans. I don't want to grind more. It's such a waste. They're just going to get stale overnight. That's it. That's our recording. Now I'll play this at the same time just to confuse everybody. Why can't I hear that? Okay, hold on. They're just going to get stale. They're just going to get stale overnight. That's it. That's it. Our recording. That's the recording. That's the recording. Grind the coffee. Boil the kettle.
The kettle is boiled. Arrive at a clean coffee filter.
ASMR. Victory! Honestly, with headphones on, while this is actually happening, it feels like I'm in this chaos vortex. Like folding the paper once makes 18 sounds. Okay. Awesome. It's cool. I can't focus. Hi! Okay. Let's... make some coffee. Any viewers love coffee? I gotta turn this off. It's too much. Okay. Hello everyone. Suddenly, it sounds like my voice has less delay than no delay. Or, I guess echo might be more clear. Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm going to take a look at the... I don't think my hotkeys work anymore. I don't know if there's... Okay, hold on. I'm going to look at the results from the last thing I did. What do you call a poll? Google something. Forms. Okay. The cup is preheat. Oh, that doesn't work at all. Hold on. The cup is preheated. And I'm just going to make this right in the palm of my hand. I didn't bother to soak the beans. I'm just going to make this straight up. I'm so freaking tired of instructions. Alright, so last time we went over writing chord progressions, synths, egg. Extending ideas into songs didn't go very well, but please don't let me do that again. We didn't do complex ambiances. Let's start with that one. I love making ambiances. I don't know what you'd call it. Maybe drones, but drones kind of sounds like and not what I'm getting at. You can only see 2 microphones, but there's actually a lot more. Okay, I'm going to show you how I would go about making something that I don't know the name of. Alright, so usually I'd start with a sample from somewhere, maybe like a Bjork song, and slow it an octave down or something. But I'll just start with something I know will work right away. I'm gonna put some reverb on this, but try and make it interesting. Alright, that's pretty boring so far, but good enough for now. Alright, somebody name a plugin I should put on top of this. What is dispenser? Oh yeah, let me get rid of this, sorry. Okay, looks like you all said OTT. To be honest, I've never used OTT, but somehow it's a meme. So let's see how it sounds. I'm gonna turn it down just in case. Interesting. Do we need more maybe? Like 4 of them? Oh my god, it goes on forever. What's gonna happen when the reverb runs out? Whoa. That's crazy. I mean, maybe you guys use OTT a lot. Maybe that's an insult. Maybe you guys have used it once or twice. But that's crazy. Eventually the algorithm on the reverb just runs out. And you can actually hear the moment that it just stops. That's crazy. Okay. I don't like this plugin. It scares me. I don't know what it's doing. It's supposed to be a multi-band dynamic, but it's like some weird outer space plugin. I'm gonna bring in some beautiful angelic harmonics. I like these too. And I don't know. It's pretty much done. This one's boring. I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, erosion's going on. Alright, coffee's complete. I'm gonna taste it, see if the pre-soak lack of pre-soak made a difference. No difference. Alright, you guys can't see the level of the coffee, but if it looks like I'm drinking too much, please tell me, because I do this thing a lot where I make my girlfriend coffee and then I drink the whole thing. Just from like focusing on something else. I use compression on vocals and that's about it unless I notice a problem with the synth. It's definitely useful in a lot of different ways, but I'm not used to using it. I think I can fix a lot of things that compression does with other things. Especially with percussion, I find that I can just zoom in and adjust the amplitude of the waveform over time and then render that back out instead of putting a compressor on it. Good snack with coffee. I don't know. Air. I just find it like a messy way to solve a problem that's pretty easy to solve, especially when you use it on percussion. Okay, let's add some stuff to this. This is going nowhere. I'm going to open up my large collection of downloaded music. Any of this will work. That one's pretty easy. Maybe some delay on it. I don't think I'd really use this one. It's definitely changing the theme quite quickly. This is about the plainest pad I think you could make. Just 3 saw waves detuned from each other. I do want to make this more interesting. One trick I like is small room reverb with an infinite decay time. Still not very interesting. Maybe a lower note here. I don't usually like, if I'm making something like this, I try and stay away from deciding what key it is so that any bass line will work. I'm gonna keep pulling different samples on top. That's not really usable. I really like this composer. But for the most part, every single recording is completely useless. This guy was nuts. I think I can use the tone at the beginning of this. Yeah, this will be good. Okay, shit has been allowed onto the stream. I have a feeling a bunch of people have mentioned that for Twitch chat, my stream has relatively happy, nice people compared to the rest of chats. But it could have something to do with my PG nature. That being said, we're back to no swearing. It makes me uncomfortable. Like this background hiss on this recording. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna extend the crop on this sample. And then okay. I can open this in an audio editor and take out the noise. For those of you who are unable to do this because you don't have this program, I don't know how you survive. This is such a lifesaver. So basically, you tell the program exactly what the noise sounds like, and it'll search for only that exact noise and take that out. Okay, difference between this and EQ automation. This is going to remove the noise in between here and not just roll off. All right, I like that. And now I'm just going to cut out. I don't even know if this is a note. I'm curious. Let's see. Not necessary, so I'm just going to cut that out. I can do a lot of things with this program too, so check this out. I could take this, make a new file, and repitch this. So let's say I wanted a fifth. Coffee time. In fact, I'm going to cancel this. I don't want to wait that long. So let's just take this part here. This is a quite expensive program. Okay, now I'm going to take this and mix it in to this with the paste special. Thanks for the penny. Tess is upstairs. I think she's helping making dinner. Or she might just be in her room. What do you guys think of this fifth? I think it's cool. But I'm going to just leave it out for now, because making 2 tracks and pitching one of them would be a way easier way to do that. There's definitely different things you could do. I remember being able to, like, I could take these frequencies and paste them here. Pretty weird. You can do a lot of weird stuff like that. I wish you could paste frequencies anywhere and it would just frequency shift. Let's see. Here's another crazy thing you can do with this. I can load up any VST, including the one that I'm in. So let's say I take something, let's take a spring reverb. I can then select just portions of the audio and process that. Pretty cool. Or I could take, say, one note of this trumpet note. I guess it's not a note, it's a harmonic. And put the spring reverb on that note only. Which has a noticeable difference. Almost akin to just turning up the frequency though. Alright, I'm going to save this with the noise reduction. And let's add this back into our drone. Alright, it's getting cool. I'm going to turn this down. I'm turning everything down, which is not a good sign. There's only 3 tracks. So if you turn down 2 of them, you're just turning up one of them. If I can find the recording. Alright, this recording is, I recorded this with my iPhone out of my bedroom window at 5 in the morning in the summertime. And I don't know what the sound is, but it was even weirder in person. Yeah, I'm just showing how I layer different sounds for a little bit, and then I'm going to move on to the next thing, which I think might have been, I don't know, I can't remember. I'll look after. But I really like this recording. And easy way to make this stereo is just to duplicate it, cut it in half, and put the beginning on the end, and pan them left and right. Okay, I'd like to make this prettier somehow, so I'm going to try and find some chimes, which I know I don't have a lot of. Okay, you guys sent this in, one of you. Okay, with this setup, I'm going to fix this sound quick, actually. Alright, this is a great way, in my opinion, to start a song, because now just putting any simple sound on top automatically has some kind of context, and it sounds like you're making a song instead of just playing one sound. I just made this sound yesterday. I'm getting really into this technique, actually. Anyway, automatically this sounds better playing on top of just these layered tracks than if I was playing it by itself. The whole thing's kind of out of key. I didn't really fix that. Some other stuff, I really like really vintage recordings of like earlier modular synth stuff. I think, let's see, stuff like this is really fun to grab pieces of and repitch. Okay, I'll use this. I think I have an idea with this. You'll have to look up butterfly number 4 to figure out. There's a part of it that doesn't really feel genuine. Like, obviously you're the one adding all these sounds together, but it sounds really good because of the source material that I'm using. At the same time, I don't think when he made this, he intended the context to be this track. Like somehow this sounds a lot different than it by itself. This feels kind of like mutant fish growing feet or something. Very conspiracy theory, going crazy kind of vibe. But somehow with a high pass put on top of the rest of it, it kind of sounds beautiful. And on top of that, I'd probably end up changing it a lot more. Especially, like, even reversing something like this could sound better. Let me see. With the reverse, I feel less guilty, but it doesn't sound as good. Let me try resonator. Okay. I haven't heard of Plantasia. Maybe I'll write it down. From now on, I'm gonna write some stuff down that you guys suggest. Alright, it seems like half of you have made stuff like this before, and maybe half of you have never made music before. I don't know what the demographic is like, but if there's anybody with questions on making stuff like this, I can show you some more examples from my splice pack that's not existing yet. These are all from the next EP, so this one's from Streamer. Why do I not crop beginning of sample? What do you mean? I'm not sure. Okay, Bruce Hack from Alberta. Brock. Okay, so okay, so this question, I definitely write melodies without doing this first, but this helps a lot, I think. Yeah, I might be picking random. For this one, I just picked a random place. I mean, a little earlier might have been better. Over here is not very interesting. I'm definitely prone to just making stuff really fast on the stream. I don't want to spend too much time like tweaking stupid details. In terms of releases, things should get pretty exciting pretty soon. Unless it doesn't excite you. Okay, I'll save this, why not? Stream drum. I'm gonna get Granulator and try that out. That's a good idea. I'll add that to this too. Granulator. Definitely the way that I'm doing it with this sound is it has some interesting results, but it's not doing very much calculations, so it does sound really glitchy. It's a weird way to do it for sure. Okay, I'm gonna look at the rest of the poll that I did. Thanks, DC3, for the sub. Alright, so next we've got 57. Great. I don't think I went over writing jazz solos last stream. I'm going to do that now. Give me a second. I'm going to tweet about this. Okay. Tweet has been made. I'm going to show you how I do it, at least. My favorite memes. I don't know. I like them all. I have guilty pleasure of watching those meme compilations on YouTube. It seems like it's all like becoming a very public thing now, and I've just become a victim of it. Like meme stuff in general, and PewDiePie, the publicity around that, and him getting like 80 million subs.
Here's your coffee.
Thank you very much.
Also, Elon Musk is the only person I follow. Well, Elon Musk and Tess are the only people I follow on Twitter. But if you haven't seen it, Elon Musk posted a picture, and it just says "host meme review?" ? It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm really excited if that actually happens. All right, I'm going to move on. How should I do this? I'm going to try and just make a jazz solo from scratch. I think I am subscribed to PewDiePie. Yeah, I definitely am. All right, so starting from scratch is going to be a little bit hard, but we can do this. First thing I'm going to pull up is the sound that I'm going to use in my left hand. Let's try this sound and just pitch it down. Thank you. Issa Faker. I don't know what the Shaggy memes are. This is a really boring sound. I'm going to find, maybe these other notes will work better. Also boring, but I think I can make this work. I'm going to take a little bit of the beginning tine off. Other scale besides major. I don't really think about scales. It's kind of second nature, but I mean, yeah, probably just major minor mostly. If I'm playing a chord like what's it called? Maybe there's some jazz viewers that know the name. Altered scale. That's a big one if you're doing solos. So it's played on usually the that's all I know. All right. I'm going to put this in a small room reverb because I can't stand it if it's not. that's done, I'm going to go on to the solo sound. I guess best thing to do is just grab some weird soft piano note and use that. Ouch, sorry. Everyone said ouch. Why did he have to hit that chord? I think I can still use this. My notes are going to be pretty short anyway, so. This is a really bad sound. Okay. I need a better sound, sorry. Is this the same sample? No. Very similar. Okay. Definitely not getting to the jazz solo part. But the main thing is you need two different sounds. This is going to be for kind of thing, and then this is going to be the okay. And then lastly, we need a bass sound. And I'll just use massive for that. Okay, that's perfect. All right, tempo. All right, so before I write anything, I'm going to figure out the chords I'm going to use. Alright, those are my 4 chords. Okay, the click wasn't running. Let me do that again. Favorite Bill Evans tune? I don't know. I think maybe Blue and Green. One of the Blue and Green off of Blue and Green. Is that right? No, that's not right. Oh, maybe it is. I like the one that goes dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm gonna now Okay, this is in a different key now. Alright. That'd be a good idea, actually. There's those like lo-fi hip-hop stuff on YouTube that people watch. Okay, I'm just gonna put that in if I can. Nope. Okay. And then this is pretty much how it goes. I'll just... Okay, this sounds pretty bad. But also, everything is bad. But we're just gonna go with it. Oh, sorry, yeah, you can't see anything. Did I fix it? How's that? I think I got it now. Maybe not. Okay. Bass line. Let's mute the chords now and see. Alright, I give this about 1.5 out of 10. I'd say making jazz stuff like this is probably the slowest thing. It's even slower than just normal composing, like, especially the way I used to do things. Like, this might be a day's work for just a normal part of the song, but for a solo, it might even be like that. Just like working like 4 hours straight on making sure every track lines up on these two cans. All right, so now I guess I'm just doing these 2 chords for now. I need to indicate this bass note because I like it better than... Weird, okay. Now let's take out these chords completely and just use... I'll make them really short for now, just as a guideline for myself. Damper, sustain. All right, it's getting somewhere. This is kind of weird. This sounds pretty much like, I don't know, it's a bit too cliche for me. Like walking bass kind of thing. When I took a course, it was like an online course for jazz improv. One of the things was like, there's a weird balance between landing on the beat and landing off the beat. That was one of the things that was actually pretty helpful So like these would be off, bap, bap, and then this is like bah. And especially if I was being a little more tedious writing this, using this, I think it's called comping, but you can really actually control what the solo is saying if there's any language hidden in the melody. I'm 22. All right, let's see if we can add some drums now. This solo sound is so bad. Even like a synth might be better. I might use the solo sound from Pancake Feet because I know that I like it. All right, let's try this. E. Better. Let's add some harmonics to this bass sound while we're at it. Did you know that this vinyl distortion on stereo, the default setting, gets canceled out when you sum? Everything that this does is being canceled as soon as the channels are summed. But I don't really care. But yeah, just be careful of that. You might want to go through all your projects and make sure. I guess an easy fix would just put like a little delay between the channels. Or you could do something even sneakier, like you could make 2 of these. Let me see. I wonder if I just adjust the settings now. Let's put this one left and this one right. Alright, so just having one at a slightly different place, I think changes all the harmonics and it no longer cancels out. I don't think it's actually helpful. Anyways, this is a cool trick anyways. I think it's a bit better than... Okay, let's do that. Okay, it's not completely canceling out, but there's definitely some stuff going on. Basically, it just puts the effect on the channel and then inverts the phase of the other one. It's basically no different than mono, but like basically taking this one and flipping the phase of it. Except it's only doing it to the stuff it adds and not to the bass sound. Alright, let's add some rides now. For rides, it's a good idea to get multiple hits, and for that I like to use ride cymbal demos from YouTube. Pretty useful way to sample a ride. Except it can get pretty frustrating because the person that is like demoing the ride cymbal just will like go crazy and do some random stuff instead of letting the note ring out. But if you're lucky, you get a note and they just let the ring dissipate. This one's not great. Let's see what we got. It's not bad. So with that setup, I'll just go in and program the rides. There's no way I would play them. So for these short notes, it seems like you couldn't ever use them, but if you're just doing a little quick 16th note, like that, it's actually usable, so. You can also use these bell shots sometimes. Let's see how that sounds. I guess I don't need to drag these notes out. I think it's going to be less confusing if I just set them all to the same. So pretty bad so far. Especially this. I'm going to turn this down and use a bit more dynamics. That's going to bring it to life. Oh, you can't see the beginning of the piano roll. What if I do this? Can you see it now? A little better. Yeah, I'll be ruining my career pretty shortly. I wouldn't typically do the rides next. I would put in the bass drums first, actually, and match it to the bass line. So I'll probably go back and edit these. All right, that's something. Okay. Let's put a delay between the channels on the ride cymbal. I like the way it sounds for rides. So this ride stuff comes from a cymbal demo just ripped off of YouTube. And we'll brighten up this recording. And then give it some character. Okay. Let's find some kick drums. Back when I was doing a lot of solos like this, I would use kind of like a very normal kick drum instead of, I don't know, some big acoustic kick. Something like this. Okay, let's turn on everything. This is what I do in coffee shops, and I've had a couple of people ask me to stop. Because they think I'm just like, I don't know. Like, this is a public place. Alright, let's put some snares in. I'm gonna make this one work. Lit. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to swear. Alright, ghost notes. So I'm just going to turn this one down, and I'm going to fade the transient at the beginning a bit. And you can even put some of these on the actual kick drums. Almost like the... It's not the best sample for that. But occasionally it'll sound kind of like the snares on the kick drum, or the snares being triggered by the kick drum. Okay, let's put one more at the beginning here. All right. I don't smell anything. These rides are weak. It's just not a good sample. Or maybe it's the delay. Maybe it is the delay. How's that for monosave? There's some weird mixing issues here. I'm going to put a room reverb on this. I think that's part of the problem. Ooh, that's good, right? Jazz? Alright, let's pan this to the right. No. No. I thought I heard something going on. How long has that been happening? Okay, it's coming along. A couple more things I would add are chords that aren't just comping. So for that, let's use some massive pad. This sound is from With You. I think I made it by accident, but it's not a sine wave. I think might be a sine wave, but with the filter on, it's trying to, I don't know, it's trying to like, but there's definitely more than a single frequency. I'll just plug this one. I have this whole, this is all the sounds for the live show. I uploaded it to the subscriber only channel on the Discord. So if you're subscribed and you're interested, just look at the pinned messages. Yeah, I think almost never I've used the massive presets because they're so bad. They have to be some of the worst presets ever made. It's just too much. Like massive, I think its strength is really simple synths. I'll show some more of these for sure. So this is all from 7 AM. I think this is from Smother, or For You. This is more With You. Yep. Yeah, you might also have Twitch Prime if you have Amazon Prime, which means you could sub for free. I think this is from Smother. Thank you for the subscription, Reptoidal. This is from Slippers? No, wait, Faultline. Thank you, Skydoki. What else? You're Cute. Alright, there's a bunch more. Oh, this one, Beautiful World. The outro. This one I'll use for our song here. Thanks for the subscription. Well, they're good presets. I think with all of them together, it's a pretty good incentive to subscribe. Here's from XYZ. Harmonica. All right, I hope that was informative. Let me know, curious if anybody found that helpful for how to make something sort of like this. There might be some people watching that haven't heard my music, which would be interesting. So I'll just play kind of the real version of what I'm talking about. Kind of similar, actually. Especially because the sound's the same. Yeah, I'll turn the metronome up. Sorry. I feel like that was, I feel like you're being facetious. All right, let's move on to the next thing on my list. All right. Egg. Okay, next it looks like mastering, which should be a quick one. And yeah, I'm going to show you how I master, which sometimes is pretty simple, so don't get too excited. Let's see. I'll take a unmastered version of, let's see. So here's Streamer. This is just bounced right out of Ableton with nothing on the master. Let me save this first and open a new project, actually. Tours. Hold on. Let's see. Let me figure out. Jazz tutorial. All right. What's analog summing? I don't even know. Oh, do you mean like, do people play it out of Ableton and record it off board, like on another laptop? All right, so here's Streamer. The way I mastered this one was, I probably still use this. I try not to use this. I try and go back and mix and fix it, but I really love this plugin. So at full blast, I just use this knob here for boosting the highs. I used to use like harmonic generation, or what do they call it? Harmonic exciter, but it's just kind of sloppy and messy and I don't like what it's doing. It's essentially distorting everything, but you just can't tell. So I basically turn this up to the point where there's enough brightness, but it doesn't sound like there's just sand in the track. So like at this point, this would be too much. Starts to hurt. But here now it sounds kind of dull after a while. So obviously somewhere in between here. And no matter how many times I try and not do this and just go track by track and brighten them all, every time I still find that without it, I didn't make it bright enough, which is really weird. I can go back like 2 or 3 times. One thing you don't want to do, like if I find the, see if I can find the earlier mixes of this song. Let's see if there's a big difference here. All right, so this is just from one pass of mixing. So this is basically what the song sounded like when I was working on it. And when I was mastering, I found I could just like max this and it still didn't sound bright enough. So I went back and mixed it brighter. And that way I'm not just making everything brighter, but I'm making everything that sounds better, brighter, and everything that doesn't sound better, just leaving it the way it is. I have 2 mics for fun. I don't know. That's the only explanation. All right, so one more round of passing did that, but it still needs this somehow. And then after that, the way I mastered this one was just isotope. Something like that. This is going to get loud, so I'm going to turn down the master. And I really don't boost it very much. What I do is I set it at like a pretty close level. I bounce it out and I upload it to this site called, I think it's called Loudness Penalty. And that'll tell you how much Spotify is going to turn down your song. Because they turn everything down to basically a number that they deem as like the average of recordings. If you take into account like podcasts and quieter classical recordings. That way they don't have to limit everything that's too quiet. So basically if you're doing like this, trying to get like this loud track, by the time you upload to Spotify, they're just going to turn it down. So I use that site and I set it exactly so that they don't turn my track up or down. Which happens to be around here, like -14 LUFS. That's all I do when I master. But sometimes there are a few tricks that I use. I like to sometimes do 2 compressors. So I'll show you that now. You could use any compressor, but I like isotope. All right, so the ratio is going to be at 2.0 because that's some kind of magic number. I heard some mastering engineers swear that 2.1 sucks and 1.9 sucks. The attack here is going to be, so if I just roll this down, put a huge ratio on it, you can set this to where you want it. When I did like What EP, I did this and set it around 88, like this area. And the release is going to be close to 0. And this is going to be off. Okay, so basically every time there's a loud transient, it's going to compress it, but it's going to keep the beginning attack of it. So the actual like level that it's peaking at is going to be the same, but it's basically like boosting the transients, but on the entire song. And another weird thing it does when the release is on 0 is it, after the first transient, you can see, oh boy, how do I stop this? Okay, this line here is catching the transient late, so that's coming in clean, but then it's cutting the volume. And then on the decay of all of this, it seems like it's like leveling out all the little changes in amplitude. Okay, knee is going to be 0 too. All right, so ratio at 2. Let's go 65. And it's hard to tell. Where can I see? You sent a track or a rack? And then this should only be changing it 1 or 2 decibels. And then that gets duplicated, and the second one has a slow release on it. And this is also going to be 1 or 2 decibels max. I don't know what this one does. It seems to level it out before the limiter and helps the limiter a lot. But that's only if you're really trying to get like a loud track. So I don't do the second one very much anymore. But this one can make the track sound pretty good. If you listen to stuff from Like What EP, I did this a lot. So the percussion and the transients sound pretty crazy. Everything sounds like really attacky. I think it sounds good. And then for some tracks, it just doesn't really make a difference. Especially with something like this that's really sparse. It helps a lot. Alright, that's about it for mastering. I just like limiters, and that's it. Okay, we got some more stuff here. What's after master besides egg? I think we've pretty much run out. I don't think I've shown how to mix vocals. I think it'd be fun to open up one of my vocal tracks, like from Face the Night. You can see pretty much how crazy I'm going. Ba ba ba. Okay, no, it's not in there. If I used Ozone 7, I think I would still use the last one. It doesn't matter too much, honestly. I wouldn't recommend limiting anything too much. It almost doesn't matter which one. Whoa, almost doesn't matter which one you use because it barely be affected. Whoa, hello. Okay, let me turn off this and I'll just show you. All right, what's making this? So, okay, it looks like I'm mastering the song here. All right, let's see if this maxes it out still. All right, so this is really high CPU. Things could get a little sketchy on the stream, but I'll just show you. I'm missing some stuff for some reason. And get back on your feet. Basically, this took a long time. Now you say you don't know where to start. Like some of these are from a week before the next part. So this could be like now a week before I did this one. You say following each day. So without any effects on. Following each oopsie. Following each day.
With the neck in your heart. With the neck in your heart.
I guess it's a bit specific to the song, but I'll show exactly what I'm using on this vocal track.
With the neck.
Sometimes I use autotune, sometimes I don't. The alternative to autotune, if you want it to be in perfect pitch, is to take each note and tune them separately.
Swallowing.
But I tried to just keep getting takes until they were in key, and I just use autotune
Swallowing.
to fix just little inconsistencies.
Swallowing each day.
I think it's probably set, actually it's set pretty fast, so.
With the neck in your heart. With the neck in your heart.
I don't know why I put this on here, but apparently I did.
With
This is some like Waves plugin compressor.
with the neck in your.
I guess I must have compared it to the Ableton compressor and found out that I like this one better.
With the neck in your heart. With the neck in your.
So if I'm mixing vocals fast, I'll put a really harsh compressor on it. But otherwise, I'll just go through each
Day.
line and turn up the gain or down the gain on certain notes and basically compress it by hand. And it sounds a lot cleaner than having this really like squashed sound like someone's strangling you.
So let's burn out so.
All right, what do we got here? This is probably the dynamic EQ. This is super important for my voice. For someone who can really sing, it might not be important.
This is how we face the night.
But this frequency here is such a pain.
Oh, this such. Oh, this such.
Just something with my voice. It rattles around here and it sounds so harsh.
Sometimes it's.
And if I just
Sometimes it's.
used EQ and pulled out that frequency, it wouldn't work because it just makes it sound dull.
Sometimes it's hard to leave.
The other thing is manually de-essing, which I've done. So you can see here.
Yet sometimes it.
Oh, maybe not here. Let's find a better place. Basically finding every S and cropping it out and turning it down is going to sound a lot better than using a de-esser, which is going to take off the high end off of even like notes that you sing.
Yet sometimes it's.
This is essentially a de-esser, except I'm boosting. Well, this stuff's de-esser actually.
Yet sometimes it's hard.
So with 5 and 6 off.
Yet sometimes. Yet sometimes. Yet sometimes.
So I really like this program because you have a lot more control and you can visually see where your S's are.
Yet sometimes. Yet.
Next up, what did I do? Another dynamic EQ, crazy.
Yet sometimes it. Yet sometimes it's hard to leave.
All right, I would say this is the most important part about mixing vocals.
Yet sometimes it's hard to leave.
All right, then I did a low and high cut, which is crazy. I guess it just sounded good in this song, but I don't know how often I would actually roll off all the high frequencies like this.
Yet sometimes.
I think I just liked the kind of radio-y sound of it.
Yet some.
I do this on every vocal track, is mix in room reverb.
Yet sometimes it's hard to leave.
So when the rest of the song's playing, it mixes in, it doesn't sound like it's dry in between your ears. It sounds kind of like I'm hovering above your head singing.
Yet sometimes it's hard. Yet sometimes it's hard. Yet sometimes.
Let me get a cleaner part of the song.
This is now. You're swallowing each day. Swallowing each day.
So that's really dry to me. It just sounds kind of like my imagination is generating the voice.
Swallowing each day. Swallowing each day. Swallowing each day. Swallowing each day.
Sounds a lot more natural. It's such an easy way to get it to sound better in the mix with all the rest of the instruments.
Swallowing each day. Swallowing.
Layered my vocals 6 times. No. But this is probably, I never did any takes. Like I used to do full audio take, like full vocal takes, and then like comp out the better parts of each one. But now I just start at the beginning, head, 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 and like basically lose my mind after a while, but there we go. That's less confusing. Basically, my girlfriend has videos of me just being like, head, no, I can't get it. And like going to take a break and just coming back and trying to just get this one note that I can't get. Basically, I can't sing. I'd probably spend a lot less time in total if I just paid for some vocal lessons and got that out of the way.
And get back on your feet.
You can see here the F sound, feet, is a different take than...
Back on your feet.
That's ridiculous.
Back on your feet.
See, I didn't like the sound of this one.
Feet.
Sounds like a firework.
Feet.
And I guess my teeth and lips were not in the zone that day.
Back on your feet.
So I used the old take.
Feet.
See, that's smooth.
Feet. Back on your feet. Now.
The other thing I do a lot is...
And get...
The reason none of these are missing and the other main stuff is missing is I'll literally go in, open up the take, and find all the mouth sounds and take them out by hand. So this probably won't even have any sounds.
You don't know it's...
Nothing. Okay, let me find one that does have it.
You don't know...
Or let me record my voice here. You don't know where to start. That's gonna be so loud. You don't know where to start. Terrible. All right, let's open this up. All of these get boosted so loud. You don't know where to start. Okay, it looks like there's one here. Okay, I was too clean that time. I'm gonna try one more time.
Now you say
you don't know where. Okay, I'm done trying to demonstrate this. I think you get the point.
where to start. Swallowing each day, the nick in your heart.
But they sound gross.
Let's put our torches out,
I've taken them all out.
arms and shout. Night,
All right, so
the nick in your heart. The nick,
this was just a stylistic choice.
the,
Really like short slap delay.
the,
But I think it sounded good with the style of the song.
the nick in your heart. Sound.
Yeah. All right. So definitely a big difference without any processing.
Sound.
It sounds like just so lame.
So let's put torches out.
So lame. I don't know. Like it sounds like a different person. One boring and one interesting.
So let's put our torches out.
That's compelling. Let's put, and then without the effects, it's like, even if I turn it up.
Our torches out.
No thanks. I'm gonna leave my torch the way it is.
So let's put all of this will change. Can you learn to let go?
Yeah, I can hear all the little mouth sounds that I took out.
Fighting.
All right, these are some backup vocals that I did, if you want to see them.
Time.
These sound super weird because I took off all the S sounds and the T sounds. All the plosives are missing. Because when you start layering vocals, everyone making the t-t-t sound at the same time is like always going to be a little bit off. So it's going to be like times it feels. So I'm like time. But with the rest of it, my main voice makes up for the missing plosives.
Times it feels I'm sad. I'm sad.
Pretty weird.
I'm sad. Oh, the sad should not just Oh, there's such a lot to see.
It's a bit embarrassing, actually.
Oh, there's
Especially this falsetto one.
oh,
Where is it?
oh, there's such a lot to see.
See.
Wonder you and me. Times it's hard to leave.
What complete shit is this? But it. Oh, I swore! Babe, I swore again.
Patrick.
I'm really sorry. You can you can unsubscribe now.
Yet sometimes it's hard to leave. Oh, there's such a lot to see. Sometimes it's hard to leave. This is how we face the night.
All right.
It's some
Maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned nothing. But I think a lot of you might have learned the importance of this plugin. So go and get out your credit cards. This one's expensive.
it's sometimes I to fall. Swords out.
These ones I had to record. I think I pitched. Actually, no. What happened was I really can't sing this high at all. So this took a while. I might have even pitched up. Yeah. So that's as high as I could get, and I had to pitch it up. I wish I didn't. I wanted this high singing part, and it was just unfortunate the entire song had already been set at a lower key. That's funny that the rest of the stuff is missing except for the... That was probably like 15 takes later. And I was grinding out my throat, and I had to take a break and drink tea because there was a point of no return where I just could not get the note. Now you know how painful this vocal track was. Alright. That's enough embarrassing.
To see.
This is how we fake the night. Alright, let's look at... Oh my god, my mouth keeps on making really loud S sounds. And I can't put a de-esser on it. Okay, let me open this thing. Where is it? Okay, let me hide my computer firstly. I don't think there was anything left of the poll that I did. Google, what's it called? Google form. Okay. Egg. Chord progressions, jazz solos, bass lines. Well, I haven't gone over bass lines, but bass lines probably have been covered a little bit. Well, voice leading. I don't know what that is. Just kidding. I kind of know what it is. Show the equipment you use. It's amazing. I give you guys full permission to send in any text you want, and none of it is inappropriate. Oh, except this could be inappropriate. React to the video on YouTube. Okay, we have a request for the fault line bass line. I'll give it a shot. I'm not sure how well it's going to work on stream. In the meantime, feel free to send in some more questions while this loads. I'm going to stream for another 15 minutes, by the way. I've definitely made some weird stuff. I did once take like 2 vocal lessons when I was like 14 or 15. My favorite food is potato salad. But really, really crazy potato salad with big chunks of dill pickle and what else? Like power potato salad. Favorite waveform is saw wave. Out of sheer beauty. It's crazy that the Harmonics series would create a saw wave, which is almost like the most artificial thing ever, but it's just based off of math. All right, I got fault line here. I'm gonna give it a shot. My girlfriend sent me an email before she was my girlfriend. This is how we met, by the way, for people wondering why I'm talking about this. It was like a love letter, kind of like, I love your music. I saw you open for Ryan. And I think she was talking more to my sister when she sent that, even. I think they had already sent back and forth a couple of emails. But I don't think I opened it for a while. And then by the time I read it, I was like, oh, and I replied. And then I think we sent like a couple emails, maybe. Or maybe we just started talking on Skype right away. But yeah, I definitely stole her from my sister. She was actually kind of upset when I started talking to her more. Tess was like, that's my pen pal. That's my pen pal, not yours. Okay. Everything is breaking down a bit. But here we go. I'm going to try and preview the bass line. All right, that's a little part of it. There might be a better part, let me see. But I think that's the craziest part of the song. I don't know if I played this part over stream. This is a little secret part of fault line that I threw out. Whoopsie. I left it out because it just used to be like this. I couldn't find a place for it, and it ended up turning into the intro. So you can hear parts of it, like especially this part. There's a part. Here it is. So same as this part. I guess it's a bit unscheduled, but I'll go through all the tracks in this intro. It's pretty ridiculous. So there's like 6 different massive patches layered on top of each other. So these are like the lower notes. I definitely, this was the first track that I wrote in before the rest of it. And I would have made this first with just this top line, so I would have had just in my mind. Oh wait, this is a different part. So I wrote that in. And then I took each note. So if I did kind of like this and turned these down. For each note I did that, so that becomes this. And then from there, this track I used for lower harmony. And this can emphasize the top melody. Then we've got some, this one's called Lido. This one's called Lapalux. Cashmere. So, oh, it's food time. Be there in 8 minutes. Okay, let's see. And then all this green track is just little bits of fun stuff that I can pretty much be random with. I'll solo all the green stuff. Not that it's inherently green. But that's pretty much layering on top of the main stuff. These two tracks are pretty much the same. They're all of the hits. Then I wrote the bass line. And then from the bass line, add the kick in to match the bass line. Okay, then snares and hat. And then everything else is just little extra stuff for fun. And that's basically it. Oh, I forgot the main chords. Okay, so these kind of go with this too. This is actually the very first thing that I put in before the melody. And then from there, I just play it and dream up some melody. And then start layering, and then add the bass line, add the kick, add the drums. Lately, I've been having a little bit of a crisis where I'm like wondering if I'm running out of creativity. Especially, I've been opening up some of these older project files lately to revamp them for the live show. And every time I open them, I'm like, could I do this now? I don't think so. I really think the tank is dry, everyone. Oh, talk about crazy vocal takes. This is definitely like even before I couldn't sing as well as I did for Face the Night. Like zero skills. And so you can see the brutal number of takes here. I might even be able to expand it into playlists. No, they're missing. Okay.
Look into your eyes.
It's the most forced vocal track ever. I also sang it a tone higher than the song and pitched everything down so that my voice sounded older.
Look into your eyes, I can't find you. I don't know what happened to the girl I knew.
Well, one thing that my friend helped me realize was like, the longer you make things, the more successes you have to compare your failures against. Even though maybe you're failing at the same rate, or you're just as creative, or you're coming up with just as many good ideas, when you look back, it looks like there's all of these good ideas and it outnumbers the good ideas you're trying to come up with in the present day. I hope that's true. Maybe it's just a mind trick, but it seems that like that way with a lot of things, like good memories. Like the older you get, it feels like everything in your past has been like you have a lot of good times, and then you're looking at like day-to-day stuff, which naturally you forget, and so it's not even in your memory, really mundane day-to-day things. And so the past just looks like either really painful things and really happy things, or nothing at all. And so it feels like you're really bored and things used to be interesting.
Look into your eyes, I can't find you. I don't.
On that slightly depressing but optimistic point, I think I'm going to say good night to everyone, or good morning, or let you finally fall asleep if you're staying up to watch this. All right. Let me just get a trap riser before I say goodnight. Maybe you guys can send me some more trap to use, because I don't have too many of them. Rider, that's wrong. All right, this one looks decent. Hold on, I need to prepare myself.